half the games on their schedule. That means 41. They have a record of 22, 18, and 1. 45 points has them 13 points shy of the first place Winnipeg Jets, 8 points shy of the third place Dallas Stars, which will be the Nashville Predators' next opponent. We'll get into that coming up as soon as we wrap up the Central Division update. The Preds' next game is taking place on the road. They have a record of 10-7-1. The Dallas Stars are 13-7-2 on home ice. The Preds have scored 129 goals in the season. They've given up 130. That means they have a goal differential of -1. The Dallas Stars have scored 149 goals in the season. They've only given up 122 on the season. Now, Central Division updated standings. The Winnipeg Jets have been one of the most red-hot teams in the entirety of the NHL through 40 games skated. Now they're 27-9-4. They have 58 points, and they are just absolutely red-hot as of late. They have a 1-point lead over the Colorado Avalanche, but they've skated in 2 fewer games. They are in the third place. Dallas Stars have a record of 24-11-5. That's the Nashville Predators' next opponent. They have 53 points. And then it's the Preds with 45 points in fourth place. The Arizona Coyotes in fifth place with 42 points. St. Louis only 1 point behind at 41 in sixth. Minnesota has 38 points in seventh. Chicago in last place and eighth in the Central Division with just 26 points on the season. Once the Preds wrap up this one-game road trip to Dallas, back home on Saturday to face off against the New York Islanders. So this Dallas game is the first night of back-to-backs. First on the road, second at home against the Islanders. Then Monday, the beginning of a 3-game West Coast road trip. Monday night in Vegas, the 18th in L.A., and the 20th in Arizona. Then back home on the 22nd of January to face off against the Florida Panthers. Now, this is the third of 4 regular season meetings between the Preds and the Stars. So let's talk about their previous meetings. Let's go back to December the 23rd when they met for the first time at Bridgestone Arena. It was Dallas scoring a 3-2 victory in Nashville. Saros took the loss, going 31 out of 34. McCarron and Sissons picked up the goals for the Preds. Wedgwood picked up the win in net for Dallas, going 19 out of 21. Dadonov, Smith, and Hakanpää scored the goals for the Dallas Stars. Hakanpää was the real dagger as the Dallas Stars were able to score 2 goals. In the final 13 seconds of the game, the Nashville Predators, seriously the worst couple of seconds they've had all season long, they snatched defeat from the jaws of victory in this one. They would meet again on the 6th of January. It would be the Predators coming away with the victory in Dallas. 4-2-3. It'd be Lankinen getting the start and picking up the victory, 26 out of 29 for the win. Forsberg would have 2 goals and carry this team all the way through this game. Evangelista, a sweet goal. Nyquist also adds 1 in that game. Wedgwood, 18 out of 22, takes the loss in this one. Ben Robertson and Sagan scored for the Dallas Stars, the big names scoring for Dallas in that one. So the Preds are 1-1 against Dallas so far on the season. They've acquired 2 out of a possible 4 points. The score in the series through 2 games is 6-6, and each team has won on the road. They'll meet one more time this season. It'll take place on February the 15th. It will be when the Nashville Predators welcome Dallas in for the second time this season. So from 12:23 to 2:15, the entirety of the season series, all 4 games between the Preds and the Dallas Stars will be completed. That's a relatively short time frame over the course of the schedule of the season for the Preds to wrap up with a division opponent. The Stars' previous 5. Let's take a look at that before we get into the numbers, the rankings, the matchup. Go back to January the 2nd. It was a 4-3 loss versus Montreal. On the 4th of January, 5-4 overtime loss versus the Colorado Avalanche. And then on the 6th of January, 4-3 loss versus the Nashville Predators. Need a drink. After that, on January the 8th, it was a 4-0 win at Minnesota. And then on the 10th of January, a 7-2 win versus Minnesota again. Wedgwood picked up the victory, 21 out of 23 in that game. Taking a look inside the matchup, the NHL rankings and numbers for both of these teams. In the goals for category, Dallas, highly impressive. 3.68 goals per game is second best in the NHL, while the Nashville Predators, generating 3.10 on net per game, is 18th best in the NHL. Dallas gives up 3.03 per game. That's 14th best in the league. The Preds give up 3.17. That is 18th. In the shots for category, Preds lead in this metric. They're generating 30.6 shots on net per game. That's 16th best in the league. While the Dallas Stars are generating 30.4. That's 17th. In the shots against category, Dallas is ahead in this metric. 29.6 is 10th best in the NHL. 30.6 is what the Nashville Predators are giving up per game. That's 18th in the National Hockey League. When it comes to special teams, the Dallas Stars have a decided advantage in both of these statistical metrics. 23% is their power play conversion rate, 12th overall in the league, 26 out of 113 opportunities. The Preds converting at 20.9%. That's 17th on the season. On the PK, 85.2% is the kill rate for the Dallas Stars. It's 4th best in the National Hockey League. They've only given up 19 power play goals against the season, while the Preds kill rate, 76.7%, is 25th in the league. They have given up 31 power play goals against this season. When it comes to the individual statistics of the top 5 scorers for each of these teams, let's start with the visiting Nashville Predators first. Phil Forsberg, 21 goals, 24 assists for 45 total points. Ryan O'Reilly's at 15 and 20 for 35. Nyquist, 10 goals and 23 assists for 33 points. The captain, Romaniossi's at 8 goals and 24 assists for 32 points. Colton Sissons, 12 and 9 for 21. When it comes to the Dallas Stars, the home team in this one, and these list of players does quite good against the Nashville Predators. Robertson, 15 plus 26 for 41 points overall. Roope Hintz, 17 goals and 19 assists for 36 points. Joe Pavelski has killed the Predators his entire career. 16 goals and 20 assists on this season. He also never seems to age. 36 points overall on the season. Matt Duchene, first year in Dallas, is doing quite well. 12 goals, 24 assists for 36 points. And Tyler Seguin, 16 and 16 for 32. Anticipated goaltending matchup sees UC Saros getting an opportunity against the Dallas Stars for the second time this season. 16, 15, and 1 with an .899 save percentage, 3.09 goals against average with 2 shutouts. Those numbers, frankly, are not good enough, and we need to see some improvement on those. Wedgwood has already competed against the Nashville Predators twice this season, has a record of 1-1 against the Preds, a record on the season of 12-4-3, quite respectable. His numbers not so great, though. 8.95 save percentage, 3.11 goals against average, has done an admirable job filling in for Jake Ottinger. As a matter of fact, the Dallas Stars really haven't suffered in the standings at all if it wasn't for the Winnipeg Jets just taking off and not exactly leaving anybody behind in the 3-team weave, but the Winnipeg Jets taking off is what has led to the 5-point separation between Winnipeg and Dallas at this point. So that's got you all set up for the Nashville Predators at the Dallas Stars. 3rd of 4 regular season meetings. Again, 1-1 on the season. 2 out of 4 points acquired for the Preds. The score is 6-6 in the series, and they'll play one more time on the 15th of February. We'll be back with the Rebirth Sports full game recap right after this on the Renegades of Puck podcast.